23 weeks in. And you'd think I'd have written a script for this opening by now. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Two Fellas Online Pub Quiz! Hello. Welcome back. This is Online Pub Quiz number 23. You join myself, Simon, and our bearded fellow, Mike, this evening for the pub quiz. Before we get started, usual roundup of things. This week we welcome back Mike to take over just for this 1 week, as it is Rob's birthday today. So a happy birthday to Rob. And yes, we'll get going very shortly. As per usual, our quiz for anybody who is new is made up of the same format pretty much every week. We have our easier round of 10 questions that's followed on by our theme round. Our theme round of 10 questions this week is on internet famous. Make of that, as per usual, what you will. And then we'll have our music round, following on in the end by our harder round. In the description below, you will be able to find links that will take you to the Google Forms where you can sign up with your pub quiz team name, and you can also enter your answers. Please make sure that you keep your team name exactly the same throughout the quiz, including capitalizations, exclamations, hyphens, or apostrophes. As I always say, make sure you just copy and paste your team name from the first one and then just paste it into all of the latter ones. This week, as I said, we've got Mike back marking, who will bring back once again his tough justice, unlike Rob's everybody get points marking. Last week, we had Living La Vida Lockdown win the pub quiz, with the regular winners, House Martins, dropping down the table. But will they conquer their crown once again this week? We'll find out shortly. We'll get going just in a minute. Doggy! Hello. Hi, Evikins. The dog has returned. Hello, Suze. Hello, Peter. Hello, Flip the Flip. And hello, Marcus in the pub. If you want to support the pub quiz as we're going along, please feel free to go to PayPal and then donate with donate@twofellas.beer. You can also order beer and pizza online through the Two Fellas website, which is twofellas.beer. You can order that to be picked up. Right. Let's just check the numbers. If you miss any questions as we're going on through the quiz, you can always ask in the chat on the right for questions to be repeated. You can also use the slider beneath your YouTube video stream just to go back, hover over it, go back, but make sure you always drag it back all the way to the right again, just to make sure, which is the right, that way, I guess, to make sure that you're all caught up with the stream as the questions come in so you don't fall behind. At the end of every round, I will call out a time that you have to have your answers submitted by. They will normally give you between 5 and 8 or so minutes. They will also use this time you can use to get drinks and go to the bathroom or whatever you need to do. So without further ado, let's get on with the easier round. So the easy round, round 1, question 1. In which large city would you find a district named Hell's Kitchen? So in which large city would you find a district named Hell's kitchen. That's your question 1. Hello, Dylan. So your question 1 is, in which large city would you find a district named Hell's Kitchen? That's a very late exam, Dylan. I'm glad you made it out alive. Faye says, hurry up, Marcus. You're late for the pub quiz. Hello, Katie. All right, question 1 more time. In which large city would you find a district named Hell's Kitchen? That's your question 1. On to question 2. The combination of star anise, cloves, fennel, cinnamon, and Sichuan pepper is commonly known as what? The combination of star anise, cloves, fennel, cinnamon, and Sichuan pepper is commonly known as what? The dog's gone crazy. So the combination of star anise, cloves, fennel, cinnamon, and Sichuan pepper is commonly known as what? All right, let's get on to question 3. Missed an apostrophe already. Name Europe's largest active volcano that has been particularly active in the last 3 weeks, so far erupting 11 times. This was as I wrote this question yesterday. It may have erupted more. Maybe I didn't write it yesterday. Maybe I wrote the quiz on Wednesday. So, name Europe's largest active volcano that has been particularly active in the last 3 weeks, so far erupting 11 times. Doggo. What's going on? German answers are fine. Anna, I'm now only hearing Fatboy Slim because of your message. Just hearing right here, right now, over and over and over again in my head. Now everybody else should be as well. Ha, welcome to the torture. So question 3. Name Europe's largest active volcano that has been particularly active in the last 3 weeks, so far erupting 11 times. Let's get on to question 4. Question 4. Sake is an alcoholic beverage made by the fermentation of what? So sake is an alcoholic beverage made by the fermentation of what? Is your question 4. Question 4. Sake is an alcoholic beverage made by the fermentation of what? Is your question 4. Right, let's get on with question 5. 5. Which series of islands are located 320 kilometers north of Scotland and are in between Norway and Iceland? So, which series of islands are located 320 kilometers north, technically north-northeast, of Scotland and are in between Norway and Iceland? Question 5, one more time. Which series of islands are located 320 kilometers north of Scotland and are in between Norway and Iceland? On to question 6. How are Brown, Columbia, Cornell, Dartmouth, Harvard, Yale, Pennsylvania, and Princeton collectively known? So, how are Brown, Columbia, Cornell, Dartmouth, Harvard, Yale, Pennsylvania, and Princeton collectively known? All right, let's get on with question 7. The Divine Comedy is a narrative poem by which author? Is your question 7. The Divine Comedy is a narrative poem by which author? Question 7. The Divine Comedy is a narrative poem by which author? Let's get on to question 8. 8. Which country is set to become the world's largest market for cannabis with its legalization this week? So the legalization of cannabis, not of the country, obviously. So which country is set to become the world's largest market for cannabis with its legalization this week? So question 8, one more time. Which country is set to become the world's largest market for cannabis with its legalization this week? Let's go on to question 9. What was the name of Michael J. Fox's character in the Back to the Future films? What was the name of Michael J. Fox's character in the Back to the Future films? Is your question 9. Pennsylvania, Dylan, is not a typo and is not missing any of a word. I was surprised by this one too. So question 9, what was the name of Michael J. Fox's character in the Back to the Future films? Is your question 9. Let's get on to question 10, final question of the round. Question 10 is, what is the name of the Middle Eastern dip or spread, usually made with chickpeas, sesame paste, garlic, lemon juice, and salt? So what is the name of the Middle Eastern dip or spread, usually made with chickpeas, sesame paste, garlic, lemon juice, and salt? Those are your 10 questions. If you need any questions repeating, you can either use the little red bar at the bottom of your video stream, or you can ask in the chat and either myself or Mike will respond. You have until 28. Or rather 2028. Am I back? Is this better? Are things working? Sweet. So, I'm sorry about that. I diagnosed a problem. My MacBook likes to eat its storage. I delete everything on it. I've hardly got anything on it. It just eats it, and then eventually it just crashes the system when it runs out of storage. So I think that must have been what it was. So I'm sorry about that. Thankfully, didn't have thankfully didn't have to call anybody. Just a good old turning it off and back on again seemed to work. All right, now seeing as that Mike has marked everything, let's get on with the answers. We'll try and catch up there. So round one answers are: Hell's Kitchen is in New York City. The combination of star anise, cloves, fennel, cinnamon, Sichuan pepper is commonly known as five spice, Chinese five spice. Europe's largest active volcano is Mount Etna, has been blowing up a lot. Sake is an alcoholic beverage made by the fermentation of rice. The series of islands that are located 320 kilometers north of Scotland and in between Norway and Iceland are the Faroe Islands, which I think is currently banned to go and visit there, despite Corona. Too many influencers stepping off of the designated paths and destroying the flora and fauna. 6, Brown, Columbia, Cornell, Dartmouth, Harvard, Yale, Pennsylvania, and Princeton are all known as Ivy League institutes. The Pennsylvania one is the University of Pennsylvania. The Divine Comedy is by Dante Alighieri. 8, the largest country set to become the largest market rather for the cannabis with its legalization this week is Mexico. I don't know if it actually passed. Just read it in the news yesterday morning. Michael J. Fox's character in Back to the Future films is Marty McFly. I spell a lot of things wrong. I can't change it now. What is the name of the Middle Eastern dip or spread usually made with chickpeas, sesame paste, garlic, lemon juice, and salt? It's hummus. Oh, Suze, you want to be on the hard questions there. All right, so we'll get on now with round 2, which is our theme round. Our theme round is on internet famous. So let's see where dark road this takes us down. Round 2. Round 2, question 1. Which game came suddenly to fame last year, 2 years after its initial release, and features emergency meetings and dead bodies being reported? It really became the game of lockdown. It became very, very popular after a couple of Twitch streamers picked it up, and it went crazy popular. I know I've spent many hours playing it. So which game came suddenly to fame last year, 2 years after its initial release, and features emergency meetings and dead bodies being reported? So one more time, which game came suddenly to fame last year, 2 years after its initial release, and features emergency meetings and dead bodies being reported? Is question 1. 2. A scene from which 2004 German language film has been parodied innumerable times and features Hitler reacting? So a scene from which 2004 German language film has been parodied innumerable times and features Hitler reacting? The director of the film says he's watched around about 174 of these little snippet things. You can write the answer for this one in German or in English. So, a scene from which 2004 German language film has been parodied innumerable times and features Hitler reacting. They're actually at one point all removed from YouTube, and then somebody uploaded a parody of the parody of YouTube, now removing them all. There we go. Question 3. Which famous singer was discovered by accident by Scooter Braun by accident in 2007 whilst he browsed YouTube? So, which famous singer or now famous singer was discovered by accident by the music producer Scooter Braun in 2007 whilst he was browsing through YouTube? One more time. Which famous singer was discovered by accident by Scooter Braun? I've put by accident twice in there, haven't I? By accident. In 2007 whilst he browsed YouTube. On to question 4. What is the name of the subreddit that grew to infamy overnight when its users decided to purchase GameStop shares? So, what is the name of the subreddit that grew to infamy overnight when its users decided to purchase GameStop shares? And the establishment didn't like it. What is the name of the subreddit that grew to infamy overnight when its users decided to purchase GameStop shares? Oh, my background's gone. iCloud's done its thing again, I guess. There's my background again. All right, moving on. Question 5. Moving on, question 5. 7 a.m., waking up in the morning, got to be fresh, gotta go downstairs, gotta have a bowl, gotta have cereal, seeing everything, the time is going, are the lyrics to the first verse of which tragedy of a song made famous only by the internet and a ridiculous amount of money for no purpose spent on it. 7 a.m., waking up in the morning, gotta be fresh, gotta go downstairs, gotta have my bowl, gotta have cereal, seen everything, the time is going, are the lyrics to the first verse of which tragedy of a song made famous only by the internet? For this question, I'd like you to write the name of the song and the name of the artist. So, name of the song and artist. I mean, as you can tell, when this has been put into the same quiz as Dante, it's obviously of a very high quality for somebody to be able to write this in the modern age. If ever was an example of the failure of the education systems, this would be it. 7 a.m., waking up in the morning. Well, you've implied that already from the 7 a.m. Gotta be fresh. Fresh of what? Daisies? Gotta go downstairs. Gotta have my bowl. Gotta have cereal. Where's the fucking milk? Seeing everything, the time is going. Bloody does that. Are the lyrics to the first verse of which tragedy of a song made famous only by the internet? Oh God, I'm so sorry. Just let it seep into your brains. Become the oarworm of your nightmares. All right, we're going to move on to now question 6. Ooh, question 6, we've got a video. If it plays, we'll find out. So watch this. So what just happened to you? That is your question 6. Hi, everybody. So question 6 is what just happened to you? Let's get on to question 7. The Ice Bucket Challenge of 2014 was an activity that encouraged donations towards research into which disease? It involved those doing it to record it, post it to the internet, and nominate 3 other people. So the Ice Bucket Challenge of 2014 was an activity that encouraged donations towards research into which disease? So the Ice Bucket Challenge 2014 was an activity that encouraged donations towards research into which disease. There are many names or ways of referring to this, so I've actually, for Mike, to mark them, I've created a list of acceptable answers. So 7, the Ice Bucket Challenge of 2014 was an activity that encouraged donations towards research into which disease. On to 8. With 129 million players on YouTube after 13 years since going online, what is the name of the song that made Tay Zonday famous? So we have 129 million plays on YouTube after 13 years since going online. What is the name of the song that made Tay Zonday famous? And on to question 9. Name the internet dance created by Filthy Frank that used an electronica song by Bauer and is named after a neighborhood in Upper Manhattan. So name the internet dance created by Filthy Frank that used an electronica song by Bauer and is named after a neighborhood in Upper Manhattan. And let's go on to question 10. Created by David Firth in July 2004, what was the name of the Flash animation series that stars this character? So created by David Firth in July 2004, what was the name of the Flash animation series that stars this character? Rest in peace, Flash. I think it launched on Newgrounds, if my memory remembers correctly. Get your answers in by 2058. Hopefully my laptop won't decide to commit suicide. So created by David Firth in July 2004, what was the name of the Flash animation series that stars this character? Those are your questions for round 2. Use this time now to get your answers submitted by 2058. Get yourself a drink, go to the bathroom. Up next, we'll have the answers from this round, and after that, the music round. I need a drink. Round 3 form will be available very shortly. Once all of these ones are in. You've got less than a minute now to get your answers in, so hurry up and click submit. And then once I get confirmation from Mike, I'll go through the answers to the round 3. So hurry up and click submit now. And then we'll get on to the music. With the music round that we're coming up to very shortly, what I want from you is they are all covers, as they are every week. It takes a lot of time to go through and find ones which aren't copyrighted. Even covers now are copyrighted most of the time. But this week, what I have created or amalgamated or compiled for you is a journey. This week, we are going for a journey through the decades. So, you should all have clicked submit by now. All right, let's get on with the answers. So the game that came to some fame last year was Among Us. The scene from Downfall, der Untergang, became famous for its Hitler reacting. My favourite one was when Newcastle got relegated from the Premier League many years ago. 3, the famous singer was discovered was Justin Bieber. Justin Bieber's mother didn't want him to go with Scooter because she's an anti-Semite and Scooter is Jewish, until the members of the local community convinced her that it was okay. 4, what is the name of the subreddit that grew to infamy overnight? It's Wall Street Bets. The answer to 5 was Friday by Rebecca Black. That tragedy. They even put her on MTV doing an acoustic session. Like, Jesus, the song was terrible. Watch this, of course. You got rickrolled! I know that's a different thing. I just wanted to do it. The Ice Bucket Challenge was for all of those that you see below. Amyotrophic lateral sclerosis, ALS, motor neuron disease, Lou Gehrig's disease are all acceptable answers for question 7. 8. Chocolate Rain was the song by Tay Zonde, who moves away from the mic to breathe in, now with 129 million plays on YouTube. The Internet Dance by... The Internet Dance created by Filthy Frank that uses electronica song by Bauer, named after a neighborhood in Upper Manhattan, is Harlem Shake. And 10, that's Salad Fingers. Right, so music round. You're going to hear now 10 songs. You'll hear them all eventually twice. Yes, and as I said, they're a journey through the decades. So you have, starting from the 1920s until the 2010s, one song from each decade in order. So what I want from you, if the thing is opened up, let me just check. So I'll just make sure I can get you the right link. Alright, so enter your team name. Once you get that link open, as you can see, there is artist name and song name. What you're looking to do is put the original artist and the song name. So whoever performed it first. So good luck. As I say, you'll hear it all twice.
There was a boy, a very strange enchanted boy. They say he wandered very far, over land and sea. A little shy. Jumping and the joint began to swing. You should have heard a knocked out jailbird sing. Let's rock, everybody, let's rock. Everybody in the whole South Block. I bet you're wondering how I knew about your plans to make me blue with some other guy that you knew before. Between the two of us guys, you know I loved you more. It took me by surprise, I must say, when I found out yesterday. Don't you know? Loving you isn't the right thing to do. How can I ever change things that I feel? If I could, baby, I'd give you my world. How can I, when you won't take it from me?
Turn around.
Every now and then I get a little bit lonely and you're never coming round.
Turn around.
Every now and then I get a little bit tired of listening to the sound of my
Turn
tears.
around.
Every now and then I get a little bit nervous that the best of all the years have gone by.
Turn around.
Every now and then I get a little bit terrified, and then I see the look in your eyes.
Turn around, bright eyes.
Every now and then I fall apart.
Turn around, bright eyes.
Every now and then I fall apart. And I need you now tonight. And I need you more than ever. And if you
I'll tell you what I want, what I really, really want. So tell me what you want, what you really, really want. I really, really wanna zigga zig ah. I'll tell you what I want, what I really, really want. So tell me what you want, what you really, really want. I really, really wanna zigga zig ah. On my future, forget my past. If you wanna get with me, better make it fast. If you wanna be my lover,
Up in the club with my homies, trying to get a little VI, but keep it down on the low key, cause you know how it is. Said shawty she was checking up on me, by the game she was spitting in my ear, you'd think that she knew me. So we decided to chill. Conversation got heavy. She had me feeling like she's ready to blow. Watch out. Now she's saying, come get me. So I got up and somebody said she got a new friend. Does she love you better than I can? Big black sky over my town. I know where you at, I bet she's around. Yeah, I know it's stupid, I just gotta see it for myself. I'm in the corner, watching you kiss her. Oh, I'm right over here, why can't you see me? Oh, I'm giving you my all, but I'm not the girl you're taking home. Ooh. There was a boy, a very strange enchanted boy. They say he wandered very far over land and sea. A little shy.
One for a party in the county jail. The prison band was there and they began to wail. The band was jumping and the joint began to swing. You should have heard a knocked out jailbird sing. Let's rock, everybody, let's rock. Everybody in the whole South Block.
I bet you're wondering how I knew about your plans to make me blue with some other guy that you knew before. Between the two of us guys, you know I loved you more. It took me by surprise, I must say, when I found out yesterday. Don't you know?
Loving you isn't the right thing to do. How can I ever change things that I feel? If I could, baby, I'd give you my world. How can I when you won't take it from me?
Turn around.
Every now and then I get a little bit lonely and you're never coming round.
Turn around.
Every now and then I get a little bit tired of listening to the sound of my
Turn
tears.
around.
Every now and then I get a little bit nervous that the best of all the years have gone by.
Turn around.
Every now and then I get a little bit terrified and then I see the look in your
Turn
eyes.
around, bright eyes.
Every now and then I fall apart.
Turn around, bright eyes.
Every now and then I fall apart. And I need you now tonight. And I need you more than ever. And if you
I'll tell you what I want, what I really, really want. So tell me what you want, what you really, really want. I wanna, I really, really wanna zigga zig ah. I'll tell you what I want, what I really, really want. So tell me what you want, what you really, really want. I really, really wanna zigga zig ah. On my future, forget my past. If you wanna get with me, better make it fast. If you wanna be my lover.
Up in the club with my homies, trying to get a little VI, but keep it down on the low key, 'cause you know how it is. Said shawty she was checking up on me. By the game she was spitting in my ear, you'd think that she knew me. So we decided to chill. Conversation got heavy. She had me feeling like she's ready to blow. What showed? Now she's saying come get me. So I got up and somebody said you got a new friend. Does she love you better than I can? Big black sky over my town. I know where you at, I bet she's around. Yeah, I know it's stupid, I just gotta see it for myself. I'm in the corner, watching you kiss her. Oh, I'm right over here, why can't you see me? Oh, I'm giving it my all, but I'm not the girl.
You have until
you're
21:25
taking home.
to submit your answers. Woo! So, those are your 10 clips. Remember, clip 1 looking for the composer, and the rest looking for the original artists and the song names. Submit your answers by 25 past the hour. Mike will mark them. He will, now that I've remembered to fill in the form, telling him, although I'm sure he worked it all out. I'm sure he knew all of the songs there. I forgot to put them in the sheet, so I had to do the quiz as well. Yes, you've got around just less than 5 minutes, well, 4 minutes now to get your answers in. Use this time, as always, to go to PayPal and donate. We've donated at twofeathers.beer, and then you get yourself a drink. And then go online to twofeathers.beer and order beer and food, and then go pick it up. And drink merry. It's the weekend, at least. Any announcements? Has anybody got anything they need announcing? 3 minutes to get your answers in. Click submit. Three minutes to get your answers in, 2 minutes to get your answers in, whatever time. I don't know what time it is when you hear this. There's a little bit of a delay. No announcements from Anna. Mike says he doesn't know if there's any announcements either. All right, less than a minute. Click submit as soon as you can. Books behind me. Der Krieg von 1870, Der König und die Kaiserin. Geschichte der Kunst. The autobiography of Field Marshal von Hindenburg. The works of Adolf Menzel. Von Potsdam nach Thun. Some Shakespeare. Some Wagner. Some plans of the rebuilding of the Schauspielhaus. Then my flea market finds. They're brilliant. You could kill though. Ooh, do that. All right, let's lock the answers. So let's get on with finding out what songs they were. Never remember off the top of my head. Let's bring up on my phone. So, dun, 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 dun. So song one, the composer was George Gershwin, and it was a Rhapsody in Blue. Glenn Miller came next with In the Mood. Number 3 was Nature Boy by Nat King Cole. 4, Elvis Presley and Jailhouse Rock. 5 was Marvin Gaye and Heard It Through the Grapevine. 6 was Fleetwood Mac and You Can Go Your Own Way. 7, Bonnie Tyler and Total Eclipse of the Heart. 8 was Spice Girls and Wannabe in the style of a spaghetti western. 9 was Usher and Yeah. And 10 was Robin and Dancing on My Own. Yep. So those are those. Let's get on then with the harder round. So as it is worded, as every week the harder round is supposedly our harder round. It's all a bit messed up, a bit muddled up. So question 1 of round 4 is how many capital cities does South Africa have? How many capital cities does South Africa have? So this is specifically how many capital cities does the Republic of South Africa itself have? Question 1, how many capital cities does South Africa have? Question 2, what is the name of this type of diagram that shows relevant relationships and is named after an 18th century Swiss mathematician? I read out the answers to round 3. What is the name of this type of diagram that shows relevant relationships and is named after an 18th century Swiss mathematician? There's an example here that is on space bodies or something. Question 3. Which maker of music has released albums entitled Stony, Beer Bongs and Bentleys, and Hollywood's Bleeding? So which maker of music has released albums entitled Stony, Beer Bongs and Bentleys, and Hollywood's Bleeding? That's your question 3. Question 3. Which maker of music has released albums entitled Stony, Beer Bongs and Bentleys, and Hollywood's Bleeding? On to 4. The Pearl Bridge in Japan, the Humber Bridge in the UK, and the Golden Gate Bridge in the US are all examples of what type of bridge? The Pearl Bridge in Japan, the Humber Bridge in the UK, and the Golden Gate Bridge in the US are all examples of what type of bridge? So the Pearl Bridge in Japan, the Humber Bridge in the UK, and the Golden Gate Bridge in the US are all examples of what type of bridge? It's 4. On to 5. In which year did Brunei, the last country to gain independence from Britain, achieve independence? Was it A in 1953, B in 1968, C in 1984, or D in 2001? So in which year did Brunei, the last country to gain independence from Britain, achieve independence? Question 5, one more time. In which year did Brunei, the last country to gain independence from Britain, achieve independence? Was it A in 1953, B in 1968, C in 1984, or D in 2001? On to 6. Which two men were responsible for the writing and composing HMS Pinafore, the Pirates of Penzance, and the Mikado? So which two men were responsible for writing and composing HMS Pinafore, the Pirates of Penzance, and the Mikado? Six, one more time. Which two men were responsible for writing and composing HMS Pinafore, the Pirates of Penzance, and the Mikado? Is 6. On to 7. For those that wish to exist is the latest album from which band that takes its name from a profession? So for those that wish to exist is the latest album from which band that takes its name from a profession? Takes their name from a profession? There we go. For those that wish to exist is the latest album from which band that take their name from a profession? Let's move on to question 8. Which beer brand featured a double denim wearing mulleted Jean-Claude Van Damme? So which beer brand features a double denim wearing mulleted Jean-Claude Van Damme? Which beer brand advert, I should have said in there. Missed it. So which beer brand advertisement featured a double denim wearing mulleted Jean-Claude Van Damme? So which beer brand advertisement, or the advertisement for which beer brand, featured a double denim wearing mulleted Jean-Claude Van Damme? On to 9. Question 9. What was the British Army's standard rifle from its official adoption in 1895 all the way until 1957? So, what was the British Army's standard rifle from its official adoption in 1895 until 1957? And let's go on to the final question of the quiz. Question 10. The film Apocalypse Now was based on which Joseph Conrad novel? The film Apocalypse Now was based on which Joseph Conrad novel? Those are your questions for the quiz. If you need any repeating, type in the chat. It's much easier to scroll back on that little bar at the bottom of the screen. Have your answers in by 10 to the hour. I myself am just going to take a very short break. Back in a second. All right, click submit on all your answers. Get your answers in. Click submit now. Everybody click submit now if you haven't done so already. Okie dokie. So, everybody should have clicked submit by now. It's 21:50 after all. So, we shall move on with the answers. So, the answers for round 4 are as follows. South Africa has 3 capitals. Pretoria is the executive, Bloemfontein is the judicial, and Cape Town is legislative. Legislative. 2, that is an Euler diagram. It differentiates from a Venn diagram because it only shows relevant relationships. The albums there, Stony Beer Bongs and Bentleys in Hollywood or whatever, is Post Malone. Pearl Bridge in Japan, the Humber Bridge in the UK, and the Golden Gate Bridge are, of course, all examples of suspension bridge. Brunei, the last country to gain independence from Britain, achieved independence in 1984. Voted on in 83, went into effect in 1984. 6. The 2 men responsible for writing and composing HMS Pinafore, the Pirates of Penzance, and the Mikado are Gilbert and Sullivan. For Those That Wish to Exist is the latest album from The Architects. The beer brand that in the advertisement featured a denim-wearing mullet of Jean-Claude Van Damme was Coors Light. Coors will suffice. The standard rifle of the British Army from 1895 until 1957 was the Lee Enfield in its numerous different marks. And the final question, the film Apocalypse Now was based on The Heart of Darkness. There it is, the Herz der Finsternis in German as well. So those are all the answers for the quiz. I will let Mike do some marking and then we will amalgamate everything together, and very shortly we shall have a table that places you all in your proper places or something similar to that, and we'll find out who's the winner or the joint winners. We'll see. So give us a couple of minutes as we go through things just to make sure everything's right, and we will have the answers with you and the table of your placement as soon as we can. mentioned in the chat, if anybody wants to listen to tonight's music, I've linked it in the description below, so you can find all of the artists that I've used to compile the music round. Check them out. Some of them are actually really good. I've done the same in the previous episode, so if you've ever missed a song, you want to go back and find it, there they are. They're all there for you. Just check how we're doing on the marking. Won't be too long. For the meanwhile, just as the final scores have just been marked up and tallied up, if you've enjoyed the pub quiz, please consider donating via PayPal. We've donated twofellas.beer. Or you can also order with the Two Fellas. The Two Fellas are open Thursday through to Sunday from 5 until 9:30 in the evening for beer and pizza collection. Just go to twofellas.beer and you can put in your order and select a time that you would wish to pick up your order at. No other announcements at the moment. We'll just let the tumbleweed roll on through. Oh, I've got some scores coming into my table. Let's have a look how many teams we had playing this week. Holy crap, we had 38 teams this week. Okay, it won't be long now. Just getting the numbers put in the side so it makes it easier to read out. And then I'll reveal to you the winner of the Two Fellas Online Pub Quiz number 23. 23. All right, so I can't get that any closer. All right, so as I said, we had 38 teams playing this week, and they were playing for a total of 24 spots. In 24th place, 16 points, Irgendwas Witziges. In 23rd place, Two Fellas One Pub on 18.5 points. Half a point ahead of them on 19 is Ritter der Kokonus. In 21st place, on 19.5 points, is Spreewald Gherkin. And then just ahead of them on 22 points, we have Die Tools and Just One But. In 19th place with 22.5 points, we've got Dat Dave and the Jizzers. In 18th points, we've got 18th place, we've got Bacon Salad on 24 points. With 25 points, we have three teams. Udo and the Jürgens, Royals Remain Racist, and Schatzschiedsrechte Mannschaft Auswahl, all in 17th place. In 16th place, on 26 points, is Outside the Ring. Then ahead of them are regulars, the Oldham Ruffiads, on 27 points, joined by Lynn's Friends, both there in 15th place. In 14th place, we've got the Excelsiors with 28.5 points. In 13th place, two teams, Shut Your Mouse and Survivors of Los Angeles. They're both on 29 points. On 29.5 points, in 12th place, we've got Team Steve and Hexenhunder. Then in 11th place, again two teams. They are Fart Garfunkel and Rage Against the Vaccine, both on 30.5 points. Now comes to our top 10. In joint 10th place, we have three teams, all on 31 points. They are Balkan Connection, Rolo con Polo, and Fancy Jams. In 9th place, last week's winners, Living La Vida Lockdown, with 31.5 points. In 8th place, two teams, Stiefmütterchen and Copious Kushi, both on 32 points. In 7th place, again two teams, King Sperm and 15 Minutes of Cabbage and Beer, both on 32.5 points. In 6th place, again two teams are fighting it out. They are regulars on 33 points apiece, the Jimmy Buffett Fan Club and the House Martins. In 5th place, standing alone with 33.5 points, is Pickle Rick. In 4th place, on 34 points, Our Nebuchadnezzar Quizzer and Deduction Rota. In third place, we have two teams with 34.5 points apiece, and they are Pandemic at the Disco and I'm Working, I Promise. Which brings us to our final two teams. 1 point separating the top of the table. In second place, Don't Fucking Clap, which means this week's winners with 36 points is Brittle Bones. So congratulations to Brittle Bones. You are online pub quiz number 23's winners. So once again, on that note, we will upload the scores so you can have a look at them yourselves. Thank you to everybody for playing. I hope you've enjoyed this week's pub quiz. We will see you once again next week, next Friday, for online pub quiz, cunningly named number 24. If you've enjoyed this pub quiz, please hit the like button. Also, don't forget to subscribe and share it. Share it so that Mike's job of marking gets more and more difficult. But once again, sincerely, thank you everybody for playing, and thank you to all of those who've donated. It does go a long way to ensuring that we survive this crisis. So until next week, thank you very much once again for playing, and good night.